Hey everyone, how's it going today? We are going to try and beat Pokemon Emerald with the friendly, lovable Pico's dad, Pelipper. The big bird is ready to destroy anyone that has wronged little Pico. Looking at you, Team Aqua. But before we get going, we gotta discuss a few things. As you noticed, the timer is not here for this video, and that is because I felt the timer took away the fun for me, and also do not feel it fully represented the Pokemon and how well it does on a run. So we are just going to use in-game time from here on out. This allows me to pause the game if I need to walk away for a bit. Helps out with the family too. That way, if there's something needed, I can just walk away, reset to where the time was, and feel good about it. But we're still going to be checking the speed. Don't worry about that. We're going to be checking levels still as we get to the champion. We're also going to keep in mind the movesets and how fluid the run actually was. If we got into little areas where it's choppy or not, or if it was a generally really solid run. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get talking about Pelipper, or Pico Sr. as he's being known today. Pelipper has some pretty solid stats for us and some not so great. Especially for a Stage 2 Pokemon. HP only sitting at 60 in Gen 3. Got 50 attack, 100 defense, and that defense stat is definitely going to come in handy. Being we're weak to rock, and the first gym is a rock type gym. It also has 70 base special defense, and then 65 speed and 85 special attack. So we're not going to be the fastest Pokemon out there, but we're going to be able to have some pretty decent counterattacks, which is going to help get Pelipper through this run. Pelipper's moveset. It's kind of lacking, if I'm being completely honest, being that we're stuck with Water Gun for pretty well most of the run. We don't learn to stab water move until Gym 5 after we defeated Norman, which isn't great. We're rocking 40 base power for the most part for this run, and even the TMs, they lack a little bit of diversity, which has me a little worried for Watson Juan. Of course, the champion Wallace, who's basically a gym leader at this point, who's water type. Not sure why we removed him, but with further ado, let's jump into it and see what Pelipper's swagger is made of. I think Pelipper's going to slot in a little bit better than Ludicolo, but slightly worse than Sceptile. And Roxanne is our first challenge, and this should be relatively easy, even though we are 2 times weak to rock. We water gun the first Geodude, and it's a one-shot, and the second Geodude follows it right up, and now the nose pass. And then we just keep shredding that water gun. We take a Rock Tomb about half, but 2 water guns is all is needed. And see you later, Roxanne. 1 badge down, and it's time to make our biggest win of the challenge. Saving poor little Pico, of course. We do it clearly with ease and allow little guy to get back to the briny. We then make our way to Dewford, but not before taking on the optional rival, picking up the Quick Claw, of course, after as well. I fought the optional rival here just because we have a scary challenge ahead of us in Watson, and I felt it was better now to get as much XP as we could. This is also why we took on all the challengers in Brawly's gym, even though that fight is going to be an absolute piece of cake due to us just spamming wing attacks. And let's just get right into the actual challenge ahead of us. We're going to talk about Watson over the Brawly fight because there's no rhyme or reason, no rhyme or strategy to this fight. Watson's got some pretty speedy Pokemon. We're also 4 times weak to every single one of his Pokemon and the signature move Shockwave. This is going to cause quite a bit of issues. We're going to want to be hit as minimally as possible, and I have a bit of a strategy that's going to help us out with that one. I think. I think. Once we finish the Evil Org plot in Slateport, we go and teach a move that should help us quite a bit with this next challenge. I go teach the move Swagger. I know it's a bit more of a luck-based strategy, but personally, Pokemon's a luck-based game, and if we're going to play a luck-based game, why can't we use luck-based strategies to try and see how fast we can beat this game? It's time for round 1 versus Watson, and I think you guys can predict how well this goes. We are level 26, and we aren't faster than the Voltorb, so clearly this just isn't a good idea. So we go back out, we try again later after we've leveled up to about level 30, just getting to that next damage rounding threshold. Actually went 2 because 28 would have been the next one. But let's see how this goes. Round 2. And we're still slower. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Clearly we need to go even higher. Unfortunately, there's really just no options for us at this point. I come back at level 32, and we are faster than the Voltorb. Okay, so we get the swagger off. It hits itself in confusion. Perfect. And we low roll the water gun. Are you serious? Okay, well, Voltorb's gonna heal up. We're gonna water gun it down. We have about half health. Let's see where we can get here. We low roll again, at least I think we do versus the Electrike. I'm not 100% sure. But we go back in and we try right again at level 32. I think this is a decent level, so we'll try a couple attempts. And we get all the way to the Manectric this time. But we miss our swagger, and Shockwave kills us. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, let's try this again. Watson. Level 35 this time, though. We get the swagger off. It hits itself. Nice. We get the water gun. Perfect. Electrike comes out. Water gun again. Should one-shot. It does. The Manectric. We're going to swagger. Does it hit itself? It does. Perfect. Water gun's going to put it into citrus range. It does snap out. We do have a cherry berry, though, for the T-Wave. Perfect. Swagger again. Hits itself. Water gun. After super potion. It's in the red, but it hits itself. Let's go. We're onto Magneton with full health. We swagger it. It gets the T-Wave off. Not ideal. And the Shockwave. We're at 31 HP, but we hit the crit. I'll take it. I will take that versus Watson 100% of the times. I'm sorry, but Watson can suck it. Okay, with 3 badges, we are able to make our way to the next challenge. Maxie is always a pushover here, so I'm not even going to bother showing that. But we do get to see Flannery, and I'm excited because we are going to absolutely obliterate Flannery. Now, honestly, there isn't much to say about this fight. We spam water gun, and that's about it. The problem is the next 2 gyms are actually quite easy in terms of strategy, so I don't know. We go through Flannery pretty easy. Torkoal takes a water gun, but a second one after we don't fall in love because Pelipper's a real G. We take out Flannery. Perfect. Now, like I was saying, the next 2 challenges aren't actually going to be hard, I guess is what I want to say. Hard? Yeah, hard. Flannery, like we just said, and just showed, water gun spam. Norman is always easy if you have Protect or Dig, and what do you know? Swaggy P Pelipper here, Mr. Pico Sr., he has Protect. So as long as we make it to the Slacking at full health, or at any health, we could be 1 HP, and we should be able to win it. I do use Swagger as a combination to make sure it goes even quicker, but we'll show you that in a little bit. Even the next fight after that is Winona, and, well, we've got a trick up our sleeve for that, and I think you guys know what it is. But before I get carried away here, let's talk about the Norman fight anyways. We get here about 3 hours and 35 minutes, and like I said, as long as we get through this with health, we are fine. The Spinda made it way harder than it needed to be for us, though, putting us in confusion and us hitting ourselves a couple times. The Vigoroth comes out, and it's a 2-shot with water gun, which is perfect. And then the Lanoon, I believe we 2-shotted it with water gun too, or 3-shot with water gun. So there was a little bit of a scary thing here because of the hyper potion and us having the 3-shot. We ended up at 21 HP before going into the Slacking. And yeah, like I said, Protect, Swagger, and water gun. It's all you need. We use Swagger for on its attacking moves to hopefully hit itself, making this quicker, and that way we don't have to sit here all day. But I don't think it hit itself once actually with Swagger, and we just take it out, which is perfect. With our 5th badge in hand, we are able to finally get an upgrade for Pelipper. HM3 Surf is now ours. That's a huge upgrade to water gun, 90 base power. Not only do we get Surf, we get the TM for Ice Beam. Now that we have Surf, Pelipper's moveset has just increased substantially, and we are going to have quite a time with our next few challenges. Winona, you're too easy. And this new upgrade to our moveset shows in our next two challenges. We're a little high over a little low, but we take on Shelly in the Weather Institute, absolutely smack her, and then we take on rival number 3 outside of it, and again, just smack it. Surf takes down Slugma, Wing Attack's gonna take down Lombre, and then Ice Beam for the Grovyle. Pelipper, Swaggy P, Pico Senior, all the nicknames we've given it. I think its time is now. It is ready to take on Gym Leader Winona, and you guys know exactly what I'm going to do. We spam the heck out of that Ice Beam button, taking down Swablu, taking down Tropius. I do Wing Attack the Pelipper once just because I didn't think Ice Beam would take it down being at water type. And then we do hit ourselves in confusion, but we break out of it pretty quick. And then it's back to Ice Beam Skarmory. Why? Every time. Never can one-shot it. And Altaria 4 times weak to the Ice Beam. See ya later. Badge number 6. We go and start the finale of the plot to Team Magma and Team Aqua. I also then go get the TM for return after that, now that we have Fly. And we head right to Maxi. This fight was still... it's a pushover. We are all special, so Intimidate does nothing. Surf takes down Mighty Anna. One shot. Camera sees the same fate. And then an Ice Beam to finish off the Crobat. We do get confused, which we do hit ourselves a couple times, but Crobat doesn't have anything strong enough to hit us. And we actually didn't one-shot it, which sucked, and this just prolongs. Was that 3 in a row hitting yourselves in confusion? Then we finally take it down. We start the Team Aqua route here as well, as we catch Archie stealing it. We then take on Trainer Matt. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See ya later. Get out of here. Pelipper is absolutely breezing through the mid game right now, and not surprised with the moveset we have for him, so let's hope this continues. With Pelipper's newfound success, can we first attempt what is the hardest gym in a solo run, at least in my opinion? We're sitting at about 5 hours and 35 minutes. Can we do it? Xatu is out here first. We're going to Ice Beam it, and we're going to let Claydol take down the Meryl. Actually, I think it was the Xatu that did. My bad. Anyways, we go into Surf, and we half-shot the Claydol, and we get a crit on the Lunatone. Oh, baby, that's what you love to see. And we take down the Claydol with another Surf. Put the Solar Rock in Citrus range. It just sunnies days, but it's not going to be enough to make our Surf weak. And we take it down, first attempting Tate and Liza in about a little over 5.5 hours. This Pelipper is on fire right now. On to Archie, and, well, Archie faces about the same fate that Maxi did. Mighty Anna, down to a Surf, easy. And Crobat comes out next. And I believe we can actually one-shot it with an Ice Beam this time. And we do. That's what we like to see in this video. And then Surf takes Sharpedo to half. We get swaggered. It's Super Potions. But we break through. Putting it into the red. We're going to decide the Wing Attack because I think it's going to do a little bit more. And we finally take it out. Living about 90 HP. Now it's time for the greatest scene in Pokemon history. Maybe. I don't know. I like that scene quite a bit. It always gives me a good chuckle. But we beat it. Team Aqua, Team Magma, done in the books. Time to get the 8th gym badge for we can go on to the Elite Four. And this one's going to be kind of tough, to be honest with you. But Wing Attack should do enough. We don't fall in love because, like I said, Swaggy P doesn't do that. He ain't about that life. Surf puts Wishcast about 3rd. It just rain dances, though, so perfect. Gonna put us in a good spot. Wing Attack does only about 1/4. I'm gonna Surf because of the rain, giving us a little extra juice. Kingdra, how I hate this Kingdra. But we swagger it. Hopefully, we don't get to see too many of those double teams. It hits itself twice. It finally snaps out of confusion. We get it to about yellow, and it rests. Of course it does. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here rewatching this and going, why didn't we use Ice Beam as we crit it and take it down from almost full health? Stupid Moisey. Alright, the Crawdon's up next. It Hyper Potions after we get it to the red. Surf's a 2-shot. There we go. Juan is in the books. We didn't have to see we didn't have to see the rest combination as much as we did in the Ludicolo video. Sydney is our first Elite Four member, and I don't know. I don't remember Cindy being this easy growing up, but my gosh, is he ever easy. Well, Pelipper, we just surf. Ooh, 1 HP in a dream for Absol. It restores, but we're going to take it down anyways with a couple surfs and wing attack. Shift Tree is next, and Ice Beam. Again, 1 HP in a dream. Are we for real right now? Absolutely struggling to put these guys down. But we keep breaking through confusion. Another Ice Beam takes down Cacturn, and then Crawdaunt is next, and we already know 2 surfs should take it out. And that is exactly what happens as we break through confusion a bunch there. Wow. Phoebe is up next, and I just hate fighting her. It's just so random, I find sometimes. But anyways, we know this Protect's coming off first, so we swagger if we don't lose XP. Don't get the double Protect, and then we just start spamming Surf. We take down the first Dusclops. Awesome. We got 18 PP left as I use a PP max for Surf, knowing we're going to need quite a bit of it. We take down the Bayonet, we put the Dusclops in the Citrus range, we wing attack so it doesn't go into full restore range, and then we surf to take it out. We're at 52 HP, Bayonet should go down to 1 surf, we got the crit, I don't think it mattered at all. Sableye is next, and 1 HP in a dream, are you serious? And we miss our surf, oh my goodness, and we miss again after the full restore, and we lose. This is what I was talking about. Anyways, we get back to the Sableye. It doesn't double team this time, and we were able to take out Phoebe. I don't even know. Glacia is next, and this one's going to be a bit tough. We go in with the same moveset as we did with Phoebe. I don't know how we're going to do this, to be honest. We swagger the Celio. It doesn't set up Hail, or it will always attempt to at least here. We surf. We're not doing any damage. And it puts in the red, we get paralyzed, and I decide to just reset. It's just not enough. We're not going to do it. And I have an idea. We teach Shockwave. Funny enough, this flying water bird can learn Shockwave. Yeah, who would have guessed, right? But anyways, this time goes a little more smoothly. Not a lot more smoothly, but a little. The same way with Swagger, it hits itself, we Shockwave and put it into the low range. It does, unfortunately, get the full restore range. 2 more Shockwaves should take it out. It did get the setup Hail, which kind of is a little unfortunate. I was trying to avoid that with Swagger. But we get the Glalie, and it Icy wins. Now, that's not ideal, because now we're not faster than any of the Glalies. So, we gotta try a little bit of a different strategy. I Shockwave the Celio this time instead of swaggering it, letting it set up Hail. We take it down in a second one. The Glalie comes out next. And we are going to surf again, getting a critical hit. Okay, I'll take those. Celio 2 comes out, it blizzards, it misses, and 2 Shockwaves take it out, just like the first. Glalie 2 comes out. Nice variation there, Glacia. It sets up Hail, and we take it down with 2 surfs. Okay, we made it to the Ace wall rain. We're going to Shockwave. It puts it in just a little under half, but it freezes us. Oh my. Are you kidding? Automatic reset here. We weren't going to defrost. I tried at least 1 turn there. It didn't work. Okay, so we're at level 64 this time. We take it down twice. Perfect. Glalie comes out. We take it to the red, but it Icy wins. But I equipped the White Herb. When we did that we could reset our speed, and there's a main reason here. The second Glalie goes boom. It knows explosion, and if it's faster, it will always go boom. So that's what we're trying to avoid with this. We've taken down the second Celio with 2 Shockwaves. The second Glalie comes out. It does take 2 surfs, and we are at 27 HP. Oh boy, 16 because of Hail. But we swagger. It hits itself. Okay. A little under half. Hits itself again. Citrus. And 1 more Shockwave takes down the Ace. With 16 HP, we get it done. Pico Senior keeps impressing. But we got Drake, the Dragon Master. But Ice Beam should make this relatively easy for us. I don't think we're going to have any problems. Shell Gun comes out. It doesn't protect, which it usually will protect, so it shocked me. But we take it down with an Ice Beam. We are slower than Salamence, but we do get a critical hit Ice Beam that takes it down. Don't think it mattered. Altaria, same fate, 1 Ice Beam. Kindra, ooh, only about a third, but we put it into full restore as a Dragon Dance. Oh, okay, it's starting to set up. We freeze it though. It gets a second full restore, which is unfortunate. It sets up Dragon Dance again. We get a critical hit to take it out. Thank goodness. 2 Dragon Dances at only about half health. I don't know if we would have survived. And then Flygon goes down to 1 more Ice Beam. Now, the champion Wallace is an absolute struggle bus. This, I will admit, took many attempts, many different strategies. So I'm going to show you one of each strategy that I came up with, and then the final battle. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I want to keep this video nice and short and keep it into a good range for everybody, that way you're not here all day. Anyways, let's get into the fight and show you what we started at with. Okay, so our first attempt, we're at level 66. I shockwave the Wailord. It just rain dances, so we're able to take it out in 2 shots. Okay, Tentacruel is up next. We swagger it. It's gonna toxic us. We don't have a Pecha Berry, and I realize right away we need that Pecha Berry. So we go back and equip the Pecha Berry and try that same strategy one more time. Okay, so attempt number 2, and here we go. We're going to start it the exact same way. We're going to shockwave twice, taking down the Wailord, and it just rain dances. Okay, I like that. We get a similar attempt as to the first one, but with a Pecha Berry. We're going to swagger the Tentacruel. It does hit itself this time, and we are going to return. That's because Tentacruel is an absolute beast with a special defense. 2 returns, though, take it down with hitting itself once. When we do the exact same strategy to the Milotic, it does get a Toxic off, though, which is super unfortunate. And it doesn't hit itself, critting us with an Ice Beam. And then it just starts to stall. Okay. Attempt number 3. We come in. We rock Shockwave. It blizzards. It takes us to 120. Not horrible, because we've actually taught Rest this time instead of Swagger. So we're going to return Tentacruel. It gets it down to the yellow. Unfortunately, just a little too much where it full restores. But we're going to rest here at level 52. Or 52 HP, my apologies. No Chesto Berry because we have to have that Pecha Berry, unfortunately. And this is where it gets a little dicey, because we're going to be sleeping for at least 2 turns. And we're never going to get to that point where we can take anything down. We do get to the Milotic again. We rest. It Ice Beams. And this is where I start to try and stall. But we just have to stall Ice Beam. If we can stall Ice Beam, all it knows is for attacking me with Surf, and then it's Recover and Toxic. Surf doesn't do a lot, so it's a matter of just getting to that point, which takes some time. And honestly, this doesn't even work out. And it's a matter of fact of Toxic just does too much damage, because it's going to start the Toxic more than once. You got to rely on misses. You got to rely on everything else with that. And it's just, you just don't get to a good spot with this run. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's try this again. I did realize 66 just isn't a good enough level. So we actually reset the Elite Four and came back, got some rare candies, and did the whole Elite Four again. We're level 71 now. I think this is more consistent and is going to help us out. As you notice, I don't have Shockwave actually, because we're going to try and Swagger Strat the Wailord. It double edges when it's in the red, taking itself out. And then it's a matter of taking down the Tentacruel. We Swagger it. It poisons us. And this is where we didn't put a Pecha, because we put the Chesto, because we're going to rest. But clearly, I didn't look at our HP before hitting return there. So we got to go again. As you can see, we added the Sylph Scarf to Pelipper here. No Chesto, no Pecha. We're going to go this way and try it this time. We Swagger. Wailord gets the Blizzard off. We're going to return. Does about a little over a quarter, I guess maybe a third. And then it rain dances, so we're going to Surf. It Confusion, and it hits itself. And then same strategy. Swagger. Hopefully it hits itself. And we return. Does about a little more. It hits itself, putting it into the full restore, of course. Returns a 2-shot, so we actually don't... Oh, it lived on 1 HP. Seen a lot of that this video, unfortunately. And this is where the Rest and Swagger and Stalling Out combination comes back into play with Milotic. We get the swagger off. It does get out of confusion pretty quick, but we get a swagger once we wake up from our own rest. And then it's a matter of just making sure it hits itself and us taking it out, which we finally do. We're getting somewhere. Okay. We try to swagger the Ludicolo. We miss. Then we rest, which gives the Ludicolo the opportunity to set up double team. And yeah, it just doesn't work here. We do not hit a single move from here on out. And Ludicolo, Leech Seed, Giga Drain combo, and just finishes us. But finally, we get a run that is going to allow us to succeed. And we started off with the same way we've been doing it all game. Swaggy P using swagger. We get a return off. The Wailord double edges. A second return takes it out. 125 HP for the Tentacruel. That's a good spot. Swagger again. It hits itself. Perfect. We return it. Put it into an area. It full restored itself from the confusion, but 2 returns take it down. Perfect. We swagger the Milotic, and this is, again, we just have to stall it out or get it into a good spot where we can finally take it down with return, and that's exactly what we do. Constant rest. Swagger while we're sleeping hopefully does some damage to itself while we can be full health, or at least close to full health when it comes to the next Pokemon. And yeah, this took a while. This was a struggle bus. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting so frustrated, but we finally are able to get the swagger combination of with rest in return and take down the Milotic. 156 HP. We get a swagger off this time on Ludicolo. It hurts itself. We're able to return and put it into the red. Another full restore. We just couldn't put down his Pokemon, could we? It was just so unfortunate. But made it to the Wish Cache, and we thought 2 surfs were going to be enough, but of course, 1 HP in a dream. Just an absolute Chen. And then it's a 4-shot of surf. So we're at 88 HP. I decided to rest because trying to get as much health as we can. We knew it's going to have to recharge as it's using Hyper Beam. So 165 HP, 168 because we leveled up for the Gyarados. Okay, we're out of swaggers though, so this is going to be a lot. We do a couple returns. It's setting up Dragon Dance, and as it's setting up, I'm freaking out inside. 1 HP in a dream. It used Surf. After setting up those Dragon Dances. I don't know its moveset. I didn't look it up. I completely forgot to. But wow, what a relief when you see Surf and not Hyper Beam, because I know it does have Hyper Beam. But we did it. Pelipper has beat the Elite Four and the champion in about 8.5 hours, which honestly we could have probably beat way sooner if it wasn't for the fact we had to restart the Elite Four twice. Once to get that White Herb because I completely forgot to grab it, and then the second time because we didn't grab all of our rare candies, and to level up a little bit more for Wallace. Probably could have done this in under 8 hours, in my opinion. Maybe we will try a second run later on, but this one isn't over yet. We still have one big challenge, and that is Steven Stone. Okay, so we use the remaining rare candies that we have left, and we go into the Steven fight at level 75. Skarmory comes out. We're just going to Surf, taking it down 2 times with Surf. Claydol's next. Surf should. It doesn't one-shot. Okay, but it did just reflect, so we're going to Surf again, putting it back to red, and then a second one taking it out. Light Screen could be very dangerous for us, I'm not going to lie. We Surf the Armaldo, take it down in one shot. Okay, Credilli is next, and we're going to Swagger it. Hopefully it hits itself. It does. And then we are going to Blizzard. It misses. It Ancient Powered, and oh, a couple misses, and that put us down. We're going to try one more time. We're going to Rare Candy back up to 75 because I didn't save it before then. Honestly thinking we had it in the bag the way Pelipper's been all run. Anyways, starts off the same way. 2 Surfs, take down Skarmories. It just sets up Spike. Perfect. Claydol comes out next. Surf, and we get a crit. We don't have to worry about Light Screen at all. I love to see it. Armaldo comes out. Surf again. Okay, Credilli's next. And I just blizzard this time, and we hit it, taking it to about a quarter. And then we try to blizzard again, which I surf more accurate. We're in a good range. I don't know why, but whatever. We got it down, full health still, breaking through confusion, take down the Aggron with a crit. I don't think that mattered, but I didn't do the math. We swagger after breaking out of our own confusion to the Metagross, hitting itself, and then we do get a crit. I'm 100% sure that mattered, but we take those. Second attempt versus Steven Stone. Pelipper gets it in the books. This was a fun run. I look forward to doing it again because I do think we can do a better time. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000. Until next time, we'll see you then.